What's up, guys? I'm back. We're good. I had to pause on that one real quick. Guys, I know it's been a while, but it's back for good. We got a schedule going. Plan to upload weekly again. I know it's been a while, but I'm going to upload all the things I've said I've been going to upload. I'm planning on doing this video specifically. It's going to be that deadlift video from my boy, Oscar. Shout out my boy. I always appreciate when people go out of the way to let me know what they want to see, because guys, I'm doing this YouTube channel to help others, so whatever you want to see and whatever will help you is what I want to do. So without further ado, let's get started, guys. Alright guys, jumping right back into it. The first clip that you're going to see, simply just the front view of my Sumo Deadlift. So you kind of see how the setup looks from that point of view. Basically what I do is I come to the bar, my shins about half an inch away from the bar, but conventional stance form, and then you'll see me kind of take my steps out towards what my sumo stance would look like. It's a little bit closer because I'm still getting used to it and still building the mobility for it. So it does look kind of iffy. It doesn't look like a normal sumo. Most of you will see, one foot on one side, all the way to the plate, and then one foot on the other plate. That's a little wild. I can't do that, and also it may not be optimal. As you'll see in the video, my shins are perpendicular with the ground, and that allows for the best force transfer from the joints being stacked over the ground, over your foot. So that's kind of my methodology to doing it. Obviously there's different ways, there's different reasons, but that's kind of how I do it. So basically this video is me explaining how I do the sumo deadlift and how I've come to get about 20 to 30 pound PR within just a month of kind of specializing with the sumo deadlift. So if there's any other reasons you might want to listen to me, that should be one of them, besides the fact that I am a personal trainer. Okay, enough gloating. Now back to the video and the information. I'm actually editing it right now and looking at how horrible it looks in this preview. If you guys know any good editing softwares for videos, let me know down in the comments. But I'm going to make do with it. It looks fine when you're looking at kind of my form. As you'll see, once I have my feet set, the next thing to do is kind of, just like with the conventional, what you want to do is kind of drop down in the same pattern. You're not really doing a squat down, you're kind of hinging at the hips. It'll look a little clearer once we get to the side view, but for the front view, basically that's what I'm going to be doing is coming down, hinging from the hips, kind of like with a conventional deadlift. Except with the sumo, there will be some differences. So when you come down, arms come down straight from the shoulder, once again staying stacked. I do like to grab the knurling though, so that's very important. It does help me with my grip and holding onto the bar. Then what you'll see me do is kind of get ready. What I'll do is I'll kind of like pull into the bar to get my lats engaged, and once I do that, I kind of feel for the slack in the bar, which you'll see more of in the side view as well. I'll explain that when we get to that kind of clip. And yeah, then you'll just see me kind of perform the deadlift as is, same situation. We're hinging at the hips back, and then of course pulling the bar up using kind of like your glutes. So that'll be like right here, right here, and then coming like that. So you're pushing forward with your glutes rather than kind of like doing a squat motion, which can't really represent my hands, but I guess the side view once again will kind of show that in more detail. This is more to just see what the motion should look like from the front. So yeah, the next time you'll see me, we'll be discussing what the side view looks like. Alright guys, so now we're looking at the side view. Basically the main things I want you to see, because the plates do kind of cover it, but what we're going to look at is me kind of doing that whole pulling the slack out of the bar. And what that essentially means is kind of pulling on the bar enough so it goes like that 0.5 millimeter up into the plate holes. So basically, instead of you kind of pulling on the bar, hitting the plates, and then bringing it up, you pull on the bar a little to get to the plates, and then you put pressure with your legs, hinge at the hips, and bring the bar up. That allows for a more optimal pull and kind of keeps you from basically just slamming straight into the plates, but more of lifting the plates up. So you're not kind of yanking the bar into the plates, you're lifting the weight up as a whole, right? That's what we want to do. We want to make it as efficient as possible, guys. So you'll kind of see that. You'll see my body angle. You'll see me kind of hinge. Yeah, the side view I think is really good for just looking at the technique as a whole, rather than kind of seeing, just little form details like where my feet are, my hands are, and things like that. So yeah, the last view is just going to be it's going to be an upward angle, so a little mix, so you can kind of see a little bit what the side looks like, as well as what the front, and then kind of where I am with the bar in general, really on the platform. So yeah, see you guys there. Alright guys, so here's the last clip of the Sumo Deadlift video, and so this one, like I said, is kind of like an upward diagonal angle, and basically what I try to accomplish here is showing you what it looks like, where my feet are on the platform in regards to the bar, where my hands are, and then also how the hinge looks from that upward angle. So basically where my chest and head kind of face when I'm doing the pull, as well as how my back looks from that angle. So key thing to note there, guys, is your back should always be neutral. I wouldn't really say straight, because of course your back isn't straight, your back is curved, so it's kind of like that. So you have the thoracic part that curves like that, the lumbar that curves the other way, and neutral is basically just having it kind of go around a straight line like that. So a little here, more there, because your thoracic curves a lot more, it's a lot larger. But yeah, the main thing to take away is that when you're doing any sort of pulling from the ground like a deadlift, you don't want to pull with your lower back. You should be using your legs and your hamstrings, but your lower back should be isometrically contracted, which simply means I know it sounds like a big word, but it just basically means that you want your back to kind of like in a plank where you're holding it in place, you're still contracting, but you're not moving. It's the same situation with your back. It stays in one place, doesn't really move, it stays kind of in that shape that it normally is, naturally, and yeah, holds itself in place and doesn't end up rounding. Now, I guess a disclaimer here, if your upper back rounds, so the thoracic part rounds a bit more, that's okay, in a sense, as long as it doesn't get too far. So you don't want to be pulling with your back in a sense. You just want it to be isometrically contracting, and that, guys, will keep you safe during the deadlift, which is not a dangerous exercise as long as it's performed properly. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, leave them down below. If you guys want to see any other videos, let me know. Please subscribe for more content. There will definitely be more content coming soon. So thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.